Let's go straight across to Chris Casquejo joining us from Michigan. Thanks, Chris, very much for being with us. If you look at Michigan, it's 52.4 in favor of the Republicans to 45.9, or I should say 45.9 in favor of the Democrats. No, I'll say that again, 52.4 in favor of the Republicans to 45.9 for the Democrats, with 49% of the votes in. Do you have any idea at this stage of where the remaining votes would be coming in from? Would these be urban areas, suburban areas, or both?
Yes, we have not seen the vote come in from Detroit yet, which is where I am. And, we were expecting it to come in, within the last hour, but the totals are not in. And obviously that would be a huge, it's a majority Black population. We would expect that Harris would run up the score in terms of the margins in this major urban area. But, whether it's enough to overcome that, roughly 200,000 vote lead that Donald Trump has jumped out to, we'll have to see. But the fact of the matter is that it's a very narrow path now for Kamala Harris to take the White House, with Georgia being projected for Donald Trump. So two of the Sun Belt battleground states, Georgia and North Carolina, have gone Trump's way, and now it's really, her path is basically keeping the blue wall that Biden won back in 2020 of Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, if she wants to be in the White House.
That is interesting. What we've also learned in just the last 5 minutes or so is that Kamala Harris will not be addressing her supporters today. That's not going to be taking place. I don't know if that's a sign of her just wanting to wait till it's all over, or it stems from a sense of disappointment at what she's seeing right now. What is your sense, Chris, and typically how does it go in US elections in terms of calling the elections? How much longer do we need to wait? Because could we be in a situation where in the next 2 or 3 hours we see Trump come out or J.D. Vance come out and say that, look, we are headed to the White House?
Yeah, you might. I mean, that's what happened in 2020 before the votes were counted. So there's a chance that might happen again. But I wouldn't read anything into Kamala Harris not speaking tonight, because, again, those, the votes are still out in those 3 blue wall battleground states. And that really is what the Harris campaign has said was their path to victory. And they expected the margins to be razor thin. So it just depends on how she's performing in those urban and suburban areas, whether she can run up the score enough to overcome Trump's, wide leads in the rural counties. That's why the maps are so red in these states with a few blue dots, but those blue dots have much more, population because they're urban and suburban centers.